welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Mackenzie, and for today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how I curl my hair. I don't typically curl my hair all the time just because my hair is naturally straight, as you can tell, and it doesn't hold a curl for an extremely long time, but I have found out that there are ways for it to hold a curl, and this is one of the ways that I get my hair to be curly when I want it to be curly. The materials that you will need is a hairbrush, a comb, some clips, a curling wand, some hairspray, and a heat protectant. I have already brushed out my hair and used a comb to part my hair. I have also already put in this heat protectant. It is the L'Oreal Paris Advanced Hairstyle Slick It Iron Straight Hairspray, and this stuff works really well for heat protectant, and I find that my curls last a lot longer when I use this than when I don't use it, and it also protects your hair from heat damage, which is also really good. My curling iron is from Parlin Pro Beauty, and it looks like this. I got it from Amazon, and it came in a kit with a bunch of different barrels, so you can simply just twist it and pull it off, so you can switch out your barrel to whatever one you want, and it works really well on my hair. It also gets really warm really quickly. If you're wondering, I am just setting it at 270 degrees Fahrenheit, and it heats up pretty quickly. It also cools down really quickly too as well, which is really nice. I roughly do 270 to 290 on my hair when I curl it. I find that it holds the curl better when I use those temperatures without getting my hair extremely hot too. And already it is green, which means that it has already heated up, which is really nice because it did it super quickly. So what I like to do first is just separate my hair into two sections. Then right in front of my ear, I like to again separate a section, and I'm just clipping it. And I'm doing the same thing on the other side. So now that I have 4 sections of hair, you can also do hair elastics instead. It is totally up to you. Now I am just going to take this section, because I'm going to start on this side first, and pull it over here and clip it to this section. I'm just going to take and separate this section in half again, just because my hair is really thick. If your hair is thinner, you do not need to do this, but my hair is really long and also really thick, so I have to separate it a lot more than what I would have to if my hair was thinner or shorter. And I'm just taking a small section of hair, taking my curling iron and wrapping my hair away from my face around the barrel all the way to the ends. As you can see, I still have some hanging off because my hair is too long for it to fit all at once, which is okay because I can just put it right back on. and this is what my first curl looks like. I didn't go all the way up to the roots because I just don't really like it all the way up to the roots, and I just flip it to the back. You can alternate your curls, but for today I'm not going to alternate them because then they can spin together and stuff if they want, or they can separate a lot easier. A lot of times though, I do switch up the direction on my hair every other. And if this is the first time that you are curling your hair or using any heat tools on your hair, I recommend wearing a heat glove, and curling irons or straighteners or whatever you're using typically come with one. I've just curled my hair enough that I don't have to use one because I feel comfortable without using one. Also, if you are really young, you should have parent supervision while doing this in case you burn yourself. And I'm just doing this all throughout this section. And I usually just hold my hair on the barrel for about 5 to 8 seconds, nothing extremely long because I don't want to burn my hair and because it already has the curl. This is what this section looks like, and I am just going to be putting some hairspray into it because my hair, as I said before, doesn't like to hold a curl extremely well, so I find that if I hairspray it after I do a section, that it lasts a lot longer than if I were to wait until the end. And I'm just scrunching my hair up for my hair to really take in the hairspray. And the hairspray that I am using is Bane doTERRA hairspray, and it looks like this. It's nothing real fancy. It holds my hair, so it works. And I am just going to take these curls and put them to the back and work on this section. And since I'm up to this section, I'm just going to take this piece of hair and put it over my head so that it's out of the way and I can see more of what I'm doing since I am closer to the front of my face. And I'm just curling this section just like I did the other one. This one at the ends didn't curl the greatest, so I'm just going over it. If you have to go over a section, just know that you don't have to hold it on it as long because you have already put heat on it. section finished. So I am just going again and putting in hairspray, not the section in the back though, since we already hairsprayed it. And then I'm just crunching it up so that it holds the hairspray a little bit better. And if there is a curl that you want to redo, you want to make sure that you redo it before you put in hairspray, because a lot of times after you put in your hairspray, you're not really going to be able to redo it. You can twist it around your finger and try to get it to look a little bit different, but a lot of times it's just not going to change after you put in hairspray. And this is what one side looks like. As you can tell, my hair has shrunk just a tad bit, about 3 or so inches from the other side, which is really normal for me. My hair usually shrinks some when I curl my hair. And I am just going to pull this section over to this side and clip it. And the reason why I didn't do this section on this side yet is because I like to wait and do the front sections until the end, just because I feel that they last a little bit longer, and because I want to make sure that the sides are about even on the time that I do them, so that one side isn't lower than the other when the curls start to fall out. And now I'm just starting on this section, and I'm doing the same thing that I did on the other section. And I forgot to mention at the beginning, but I like to vary my curls. Some I'll do a little bit thinner than the other ones, just because then it gives your hair a little bit of variation for the curls, so that they're not all the same size completely. Done. As you can see, I tried my best to do it at the same length as the other ones, and now I'm just going in and putting some hairspray and scrunching it up, and then I'm just putting it to the back so that it's out of the way for this section. And now I am just going to be taking this section and flipping it over my head so that it is easier for me to see the section that I'm working with, since I am getting closer to my face. And I am just going to hairspray it. And this is how my hair is looking so far right now. So as you can tell, my hair has curled up a lot compared to its naturally straight self. It is still about this much or so difference compared to my normal length of hair, just because it shrunk up, but that's perfectly fine. But if you have shorter hair, just know that your hair probably will shrink up a lot more than what you are typically used to for seeing what your hair looks like. And I am just going to be doing the same thing for this section. When I get closer up to my face though, I am going to be doing it a little bit different. As you can tell, this one shrunk up a lot, just a little cute thing. And now I am to my last piece on my left side. So typically when I'm doing any other part of my hair, I would just use this section and wrap it around. Well, for this one, I like to split it in half into 2 sections and curl it. And now this is the last one. And for this one, I do like to go a little bit higher when I curl it, just so that it frames my face a little bit more. But you totally don't have to do it higher if you don't want to. And there's those two. And now what I like to do is I just twist them together into one curl. And this is what that curl looks like. It just gives it a little bit fuller, but at the same time though, you're not taking too much hair and lifting it up. And then I am just putting in some hairspray. And especially with this section, since it is the closest one to your face, you really want to make sure that you're scrunching it up really nicely and all the way up to where you curled it at the roots or halfway. And this is what one side of my hair looks like. And now I am just going to be doing this last little section. To my last curly section, and I'm just doing the same thing that I did on the other side, curling the first piece, and then on the second piece going a little bit higher than the other curls. curled, and this is what it looks like. It is kind of big now because my hair is really thick, so I don't usually wear all of it in the front when it's curly because there's just so much hair. So this is what my hair looks like at the end. I really like how it turned out. I really enjoy curling my hair, even though I don't do it very often just because it does take somewhat a long time to do, but is completely worth it at the end. If you're wondering how long it actually took me to curl my hair, it took me roughly about 40 or so minutes to curl it, which isn't too bad because as I keep on curling my hair every once in a while, the time does go down. But the reason why the time is that long is because my hair is really long and because it is also really thick. I am just going to leave my curls like how they are. They are a little bit tight, but that's okay for me because I like how they look. And as I mentioned before in the video, my hair does usually lose curl pretty quickly even after I use hairspray, but I do think that hairspray works to keep it in longer. But if I were to go in with a brush or comb, it would fall out real easily. But if you would like to use a brush or wide-toothed comb to loosen your curls, that is completely up to you. I hope that you enjoyed watching the video and you learned how to curl your hair the way that I do mine, and I hope that you liked it. If you liked watching the video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you enjoy curling your hair. Make sure to subscribe down below so that you never miss a video whenever I post, and turn on your post notifications so that you don't miss a video whenever I post. Until next time, bye guys!